My name is Stardaysha Santos, and I've just been showcased on the Showkase Spotlight.
It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the showcase. Yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the showcase. Making my way through, busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Showcase Spotlight. I'm your host, Aria the Boss, and we have the amazing Stardaysha.
You gassing me, stop.
She is so silly. We're going to be laughing the entire time. So, before we dive into everything, how are you? How
I'm
you
doing
feeling?
good. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I'm not going to hold you.
Nervous? Hold my hand. What are you nervous about? You got it.
I don't know. I'm like a little camera shy. I'm not going to lie. But like at the same time, I'm a little hyped. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm excited to see you. I'm happy to see you. It's been a minute.
Oh, yes. I'm happy to see you. I'm excited to see you. I met Stardaysha at a fashion show. Tell us about the fashion show.
So at the fashion show, there was it was an art fashion show, and we were having models walk with our art, and I had a student with me, and I actually told my student that Aria was the best walker, and we were debating about getting Aria. I was like, no, because I want Aria. I gave you all the other nice walkers. Like, let me have Aria. And then he was like, no, but please, she's the best one. I was like, I know that. Like, I know she's the best one. Why can't you just share? And he was like, please start. I was like, you know what? You lucky my student, and I love you. You lucky because you know what? Because I really wanted Aria, and I had a little crush on you. I'm not going to lie. I had a little crush on you. I was like, ooh, she looked good. I was checking you out. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it.
Well, I thank you so much. I didn't know she was going to go into details about the fighting over me and stuff and the best, but I appreciate it. Listen, okay, and
were, because it's just facts, because it is what it is. You had on heels, you was just like, you know what I'm saying? The walk, the attitude, the eyes, everything. It was everything.
Thank you so much.
It all.
I thank you so much. Okay, so now you mentioned that it was an art modeling show, right? So you are an artist. Yes. Okay, so tell us how you became an artist and what does creating art mean to you?
So when I was 16 years old, I had an art teacher. He's in graphic design. My graphic design teacher was like, you're a good artist. And I thought I was terrible. I only drew anime characters and Sonic characters. And I was like, dude, I'm not that good. What do you mean? And he's like, no. You got talent and you got grit. You know what I mean? You put in the extra effort. Even though you don't know what you're doing, you put up that extra 110%. Yeah. So that extra 110% would take you places. You know what I mean? The extra effort that you put, even if it's not the best, you really put in your effort, and people see that. You know what I mean? And they recognize that you're trying your best. Yeah. And you keep improving as you go. So as you keep going, I'm telling you, you're gonna make it somewhere. And he recommended me to join this mural program, Jersey City Mural Arts Program. Yeah. And I was the student for the first 2 years, and then I became an assistant to the director of the program, and then eventually I became an assistant teacher at that program, and I started teaching kids too. Wow. And that's how I actually met you, because I was a teacher at that point when I met you. I was an assistant teacher. Okay. And I had my student with me, and I was just come on, I was trying to put them on, the way I was put on, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's all about giving it forward, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Whatever, is brought to you, you want to put that back into the world, because you want those kids to be able to have the opportunities that you had, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was just hyped to do that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Okay, so you did a little bit of, building and growing and climbing. And, one thing that I love about your journey thus far of you just sharing is that you actually, even though you didn't see it, you still took the advice from someone else, someone that was qualified, and it brought you to that next level. You were just taking their faith in you and, continuing who you are by nature, giving it your all and then some. Yes. And then, taking that belief that they had in you and your artwork.
Exactly. That's actually what inspired me to be a teacher. That teacher, Mr. Cuevas, God bless you, Mr. Cuevas. I love you so much. But he's the reason why I want to be a teacher. He's the reason why I studied education in college. Yeah. And I'm working on being a teacher right now. I'm actually a substitute, and I'm going to eventually become a teacher. I'm really excited for it.
Okay. Now, is there a specific age range? Or?
Well, in the mural program, we have ages 12 to 24. So I actually had students that were older than me at some point, and it was a little awkward because they're you young. Like, what do you have to teach me? I'm like, I've been here for a cute little minute. You gotta give me my props, please.
Give me some time. You should.
Right. Like, I got you. I'm not gonna, like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to downplay anybody just because you're older, but it's just like, I've been here and this is your first mural. You know what I mean? This is my third. So, like,
3 murals.
Yeah, at that point, when I became an assistant teacher, it was like my third mural.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, like, I'm not trying to, like, downplay you. I'm just trying to show you a trick. You know what I mean? To the trade. So that way, when the teacher comes by, the main teacher, because I'm an assistant teacher.
Okay.
When the main teacher comes by, I want him to see you like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you popping out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to tell him that I did that for you or helped you do that.
Because that's what it's about.
Because I want you to shine on your own. You know what I mean? And I just want to help you, like, that creative, what is it called? Constructive criticism.
Yes.
I do not like criticism that is unconstructive. Like, you just be like, oh, that don't look good. Okay, how do I fix it? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You have to explain the little nicks and, like, tricks to, like, teach somebody how to make it better. You know what I mean? You can't just criticize them because that's just going to make them feel bad. Yeah. You want to uplift somebody and be like, look, this is what I say. I don't say it looks bad. I'm like, this looks good, but this is how you can make it look better. You know what I mean? So
and that's what it's about.
Exactly. So it's not about, like, downplaying their work. It's about, like, this looks good, but this is how you can improve it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because And I totally agree with you. That's what it's supposed to be about. Yes. You know, just making sure that someone can grow and learn from whatever it is that you're saying, that it could benefit them. So now you're mentioning murals, and you sound like an expert.
I'm not an expert.
Listen. You're teaching people, you're showing people. You don't gotta wait for somebody to tell you that you're an expert, to tell yourself that you're an expert. Literally. So you
I feel good. Stop.
Feel it, because it's the truth. Now, listen. Now, talk to us about some of the murals that you have helped created, and some of the most creative projects that you have worked on.
Well, one of my most recent murals was actually the Black Lives Matter mural in the Junction in Jersey City.
Okay.
And it was we had a lot of people like volunteering, right?
Yeah.
And I actually had some of my students come volunteer, and their parents would look at me and be like, "Star, I'm leaving my child with you, not these other adults, but with you.
Right.
So you got to make sure that nobody messes with my kid."
Okay.
And there was like situations where like people would be like a little like upset about the mural, and I would have to be a little confrontational because I was like, you can't approach anybody on this mural, just anybody on this mural, because I'm one of the lead artists. You can say something to me. Leave my volunteer alone. Don't address them at all. Like, so
this Black Lives Matter mural, it caused some, let's just say, people to.
We had a lot of positive and a little bit of negative. You know what I mean? There's a few negative people, but the few negative people were very aggressive.
Now, let me ask you something. In creating this piece, was there any point when you felt that aggression, when you felt, those feelings, did you say, you know what, I should stop this? Or did it engage you to be like, this is exactly why I'm doing it?
Yeah, it engaged me. I actually got a little more aggressive myself, and I remember this one time, some man approached my student. Mm-hmm. And she was volunteering. She's only 14 years old, and her mother left her with me. Okay. And this man had the audacity to approach her.
This 14-year-old?
Yes, this 14-year-old volunteer.
Okay, wow.
He had the audacity to approach her. Mind you, there's a man down the street, grown man, down the street working on this mural, and he's not saying nothing to her. He's approaching the young woman, the young black woman. And he wants to say something to her in an aggressive way, talking about this mural, something wrong, this is not okay. And then I was like, sir, you as a black man should not be approaching this young woman, one, and saying this type of shit, because, excuse my language, but that's hurtful to her and her spirit. Like, that's not okay. Yeah. I was like, if anything, you should be approaching the people in charge. You want to ask her, if you want to ask her anything, ask who's in charge so you can approach them. I'm one of the main people here. You can approach me. If you have nothing to say, you can say it to me. He was like, oh, you're not black. I don't want to have nothing to say to you. I said, I don't care. Her mother left her with me. Mm-hmm. Her mother left me in charge of her and her safety.
And and I just want to just interject just to say that's the most important thing to do. Like, when you have someone that's willing to, like work on this project and know what exactly it means to the other people. The other people on the other side, those are the people that you want to help create this project. So exactly. I want to thank you for having that same passion, having that same wherewithal to protect ours. Yes. You know, that means a lot. And, you know, outside of that Black Lives Matter mural, thank you so much for creating that. What other pieces have you created? And shout out to Jersey City. I'm from Jersey City too, yes. Right? So what other murals have you created in the process?
I actually have created like a lot of different murals through that program. Mm-hmm. I was an assistant teacher for a long time, and I suggested an anti-gun violence mural. So we did an anti-gun violence mural. We did one on nature. Yeah. And it's like we do a theme every year. There's actually a Jersey City themed mural that we did recently. It's on Fulton and MLK. Okay. There's another one on Ocean Ave nearby Kerry Woods Projects. Okay. If you go over there, there's the Heroes of the World. We have different themes every single summer.
Okay, I think the next theme should be Aria the Boss.
Period.
And just have a bunch of faces like...
I'm here for it. I'll paint you if you want me to. Just send me a cute picture of you and I'll paint you.
Oh, snap. Y'all heard it here. So when I hit her up in 2 weeks and my picture is not already made, y'all know that...
I got you. Okay. Don't worry. I got you.
All right. So we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. And we will see you in just a bit.
Hi, my name is Tommy with Righteous Minds Entertainment. We design print promotional products such as business card labels, flyers, brochures, and menus. We also create promotional videos with animation or live commercials. Contact us for all your promotional needs. Contact us on social media here on my right, or scan our QR code on my left. We are Righteous Minds Entertainment.
You need righteous minds for your production and printing. Contact Righteous Minds for all of your printing. Business cards, flyers, and posters. You need it, we got it. Yeah, you know we about it. Yeah, all of your video and audio production. You need business cards, we got them. Yeah, we provide everything that you need. Yeah, Righteous Minds. I know we got everything that you need.
All right, we are back from the commercial break, and we still have the lovely Stardaysha with us. And you know, I wanted to ask because we dove into your paintings and you know how passionate you are about these projects, and how you connect these projects to who you are as a person, standing up for what you believe in, and just making a difference out here in the world, and taking responsibility for when people leave their volunteers in your care, no matter what age, that you're going to protect them, you're going to stand up for them, and you're going to always move in integrity and do what's right. And that's what I love about you. And in the meantime, when you're not inspiring and doing all that amazing stuff, because I see you're touching the world. Because I'm from Jersey City, and I see these paintings all over, and it never dawned on me, like, that's my girl. That's my girl doing all that stuff. So I love that. So what do you do outside of painting, in your spare time?
Well, I'm actually working on becoming a teacher. I'm a substitute teacher as of right now.
Okay.
And my goal in life is to eventually become a superintendent of schools or a principal, so that way I can really make proper change, because Jersey City has issues with the schools about underfunding. I've heard rumors about the Board of Ed pocketing money. I maybe want to work with the Board of Ed so I can yell at them and be like, where's the money?
That money don't go to, no, I'm just kidding.
Right, that money don't, they make $100,000 a year. Why the fuck are you pocketing extra money? Where the fuck is that money going? Excuse my language. But they shouldn't be approaching, they shouldn't be taking money from these kids.
Now, are you doing that?
Going through a lot.
You're doing that in your spare time, or is this something that you're very passionate and serious about?
This is something I'm doing, passionate, serious about, but I'm studying in school for this.
Okay.
I'm this is my life goal. This is something that I'm really looking forward to, because I want to make sure that these kids have their money, because the Board of Ed already make enough money. They shouldn't be pocketing any money. The city shouldn't be pocketing all this extra money. Why is the city spending all this money on all this extra stuff when they could be funding these schools? It is not okay. They need a new mayor. They need somebody who actually cares about these kids and what they're going through, because we have a very high school dropout rate, and it shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? A lot of kids feel like copping the easy way out and getting their GED, but they don't realize that's going to make them harder to get into college. You know what I mean? And then there's a bunch of like little nooks and things like in the system going on in Jersey City that's not okay. We're the richest city in our county, right? But we don't pay for juveniles to get their high school diploma when they're in the program. But mind you, every other city that has less money than us pays for that.
Yeah.
So like those are issues that I want to tap into, and but other than that, I like to dance. I like to goof around. I'm very playful.
You sure you like to goof around?
You know I like to goof around. I like to play. Yeah, I love music. I love dancing, especially the Spanish music. You know, I love me some bachata. You know what I'm saying? Some reggaeton. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Listen, I love it. As serious as she is right now about her passion and her craft, she is very, very silly, and she loves to have fun. And I can attest for that because we have fun together all the time. So literally, I just want to ask you, where can we find you? And I can't wait to actually show you some of the pieces and murals that Stardaysha has created. So you'll see exactly why she's passionate and why she doesn't play, okay?
yes.
So where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Stardaysha _ STARDAYSHA _ You can also find me on Twitter, same thing, Stardaysha _ and my Facebook is Stardaysha Santos. So
Santos. I love it. So we will see you next time. Thank you so much for
thank
watching.
you for having me. I'm so happy to see you. Like
I love seeing you too as well. All right, so we'll see you next time, and stay blessed until then.
Yes, God bless us all.
Amen.
Yeah, look, I want the racks for days. Yeah, I want them racks for days. Yeah, look, yeah, I want them racks for days. Ain't nothing crazy going on. Look, I want them racks for days. Never going back to minimum wage. I'm going off the purple haze. Dripping this ooze, I flooded the face. Over time, how I put in the O and work. Bless the verse, might as well put it on a shirt. Summertime, I could do the chinchilla, but I'd rather style on them with the fur. Cadillac ain't no leasing. Up the price for the feature. Push a button, ain't no keys. Red up the meter. Snow leopard fashion my steeds. Wardrobe like Jesus. I got the zip. You would think she was proposing a toast by the way she was speaking. I hit her up on a snap. She did not leave me on red. I left her on speechless. Soraka the zip, that's an obvious choice. I'm oozing that boss. Blue alligator. You think I'm talking Lacoste? Smoking on this at exhaust. With it, I chef. Boy, I need the sauce. Marry the moolah, everything digital, even the jealousy that's in the air is causing pollution. I do the dash, marry a car with the drift. I have every reason to live. All of my haters trying to convince me to quit, but I can never let them live. Number 2 pencil, body bag versus my script. Tsunami defense of my drip. Price so low when she give me that top. The only time I'm firing from the hip. I want them racks for days, never going back to minimum wage. I'm going off the purple haze, dripping this ooze. I flooded the face. Over time, how I put in the O and work. Bless the verse, might as well put it on a shirt. Summertime, I could do the chinchilla, but I'd rather style on them with the fur.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Showcase Spotlight. I am your host, Aria the Boss, and we have the amazing model, Evilise, in the building.
Hey!
Yes, okay y'all, so we are going to just dive right into it. How you doing today? How you feeling?
Amazing, you already know.
Period. Okay, all right, so now I know she's a model, right? An amazing, phenomenal model. But outside of being a model, what do you do in your downtime? I'm being nosy.
Well, I'm a mother, and I'm also a lieutenant in the armed guard.
Oh, okay.
So I do that, and I'm also a beautician. I went to school for Empire Beauty School for that.
Nice.
And I'm an
Okay.
entrepreneur.
So hold on.
It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Welcome to the showcase. Yeah. Stay on your grind. Stay on your grind. Welcome to the showcase. Making my way through, busting my way through, burning my way through like a ball of fire.